Hey everyone, this is WobblyWallaby. In this video, I'll share the 10 reasons I'll be playing Eyes in the upcoming Danmachi collaboration with Ragnarok Mobile Eternal Love. I play Sunlight as my main in PvE, so I have very high standards for damage, especially when it comes to insane S tier classes, and Eyes does not disappoint. The dragon goes down very quickly. Next, I saw Eyes on my beta server account versus the Legend Museum 3F bosses, which is one of the toughest things to do for any class solo. First is reason number 1, she has high damage per second. These legend bosses are being hit for tens of millions of damage due to the insane damage modifiers of this class. Even though you're stuck to wind, you have tons of modifiers to help you out. Reason number 2, damage even when unable to attack. Under Aerial, you cause damage around her, so even when you're unable to attack or being flinched, you can still do damage. When you're unable to attack due to the disarm debuff, it causes many classes to fail to take out these bosses. So with Kimura left, I'll continue talking. Now survivability wise, she isn't the greatest as she doesn't have anti-death skills, although she does have a nice shield and damage reduction if she runs around. But here my strategy was to use Yggdrasil berries on auto and using cards for dealing with fire to survive. Ice damage is high enough that you can swap in survivability stuff to deal with it. Kimura goes down, so she's one of the rare classes that can also solo Museum 3F. Next, here's the gear I used. I used the armor and garment card for survivability against fire. Next, here's my shadow equipment and relics. For stats, I have 53,000 magic attack, 104.9% magic penetration, 33% skill damage bonus, 282.9% magic attack, 121% magic damage, 212% ignore magic defense, and 151.5% wind damage. For deposit, I have 130% deposit and 3,634 magic attack, which is definitely not as high as the beta server counts I've seen around from some of the other creators, so Ice can do quite well even without being at whale level. Next is number 3, high damage frequency. Due to Sword of Despair, the silver glow marks causes small whirlwinds that causes a lot of high frequency damage to appear. In addition, silver glow lasts for 3 seconds and does AoE, so that also stays in the field for more damage. And with Aerial, which keeps the damage frequency non-stop, you can see how Ice is constantly keeping up a high DPS because of this. And this is especially good for Legend Isles and Museum where there is a damage cap, so higher frequency is better. Reason number 4 is easy critical stats. You get 30% wind element damage increase with special training, and 60% if Belle's in your party. If you use the unpolished sword, you also get 2% wind damage per refined level. For magic penetration percentage, you get 30% from Wind Monster Mastery, and Acer Monument also gives you 10%. For ignore magic defense, Wind Monster Mastery also gives 30%, and you get 10% from Acer Monument. You also get 30% final damage increase from Aerial, which is huge, and that does make up for the fact that you don't get any skill damage increase from your skills, so you need to rely on gachas or cards to make up for it. Before I continue, I want to thank LDCloud for sponsoring this video. I've used LDCloud for many months and it's made my life much simpler. I use the unlimited multi-instances to help manage multiple Ragnarok Mobile accounts. For example, here I have 2 alts to help me with my instances and boss hunting. I click on this button and I can select my second instance and then manage my second class. It's super smooth and responsive. These instances run stable and uninterrupted 24/7, so I could park my character in void maps or Abyss Lake and be AFK while on auto. I'm happy I can do this stuff without consuming my phone or computer's RAM or battery. I've used instances in Singapore to access Southeast Asia games and United States for global games, which is great to get past region lock games. To get started, register through my exclusive link to enjoy a 6-hour free trial with no download required. Here I visit the link with my web browser, then click register now. I register with my Google account, and then I see the 0.27 US credit, which lets me try it out for 6 hours for free. And yes, you can also use this on your web browser too. So definitely give it a try. I'm sure you'll enjoy it as much as I do. Reason number 5 is high burst. For boss hunting and burst on bosses, Lil Rafaga does crazy high damage. You can only use this while in aerial state, but man, it gives some insane numbers. For example, earlier I hit the Legend Dragon for 1.3 billion with it. Or in boss hunting, I hit Apocalypse for 2.1 billion. So she's similar to Saitama, she can do high burst, but also has a good follow-up. Next, number 6 is Refined Magic Reduction. From Sword of Despair level 4, you get Refined Magic Reduction by 5%, lasts 5 seconds, and stacks up to 5 times. For instances like Oracle Dungeon or Constellation Tower 5, this was something magic classes had no easy counter for, other than being significantly stronger. For physical refined reduction, they had Halgruhen, but he's mostly support. Now magic classes have an answer to the refined magic damage reduction, and Ice could provide support in addition to doing a ton of damage herself. So she'll definitely be loved by magic teammates. Reason number 7, scales off physical damage. For those who heavily invested in physical classes, Enhance is great since Ai's magic skills additionally calculate 100% of physical attack, physical penetration, and physical damage increase. This is perfect for those wanting to transition to magic, but still benefits from physical investment. Next, reason number 8 is high damage potential with Bell. Symphony of Wind and Fire adds crazy fire damage for Ai's if Bell is in your party. This is great if you have a teammate who has Bell, and you benefit a ton even if they aren't as strong. For example, without Bell in my party, Symphony of Wind and Fire just does wind damage. Here my low level Bell does Symphony of Wind and Fire and does bad damage since he's level 75 on a new account. Next I add Bell to my party. Now my Eyes does crazy damage, plus the absurd damage over time from Fire. So even though my Bell teammate is weak, it's still doing fire damage based on my own damage, so it's really busted. It was so busted that in fact it was nerfed in the past. It used to be 4000% damage, which was really too powerful. So hopefully either you have a Bell teammate or you have a Bell slave that you can bring to your party if you're serious about playing Eyes. Next, reason number 9 is easy playstyle. Now for Eyes, you do have to run around a lot, which can be a bit more fun than full auto classes like Klitzberg, but besides running around, her playstyle is pretty simple. For skills, I found this rotation to be the best. Before a battle, I cast Prepare for Elite, which has the Enhanced and Special Training. Then I cast Aerial. Then I run up to the target and cast Lil Rafaga. On auto, I have Silver Glow and Symphony of Wind and Fire. Then I keep running around to maintain damage reduction and a longer aerial duration. And finally, number 10 is removing Elenia from her mount. In PvP, Elenia is definitely overpowered, so being able to dismount her and stop her from mounting due to Whirlwind is very nice. It stops her for 7 seconds too, which is quite a long time. Here my Elenia gets hit by Whirlwind and I get dismounted for a while. It's nice that there is a new counter for Elenia since she's quite dominant in the PvP meta. Well, that's it for now. I'm excited for her release so I can start having fun with her on my main account. She's definitely S tier due to her damage abilities and support capabilities with the refined magic damage reduction. She definitely takes some of the best aspects from various classes and is all in one package. So if you're a magic main, she's definitely a must have. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Here's the video that I'd recommend, and if you want more sneak peeks, check out this playlist over here.